Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us. We're glad that you're here. My name is Steve,
And I'm Scott.
and together we're Backyard Musings, the Science and Technology channel.
Yep. And today we're talking about the state of Oregon. And they're not the only ones that have issues with earthquakes, but you don't hear about Oregon very much. But today we're going to talk about it. So I know what will cause an earthquake in Oregon, and that is there's a not to bring up election stuff, but there's an initiative on their ballot that is going to ban hunting and fishing. Have you heard about that?
It's the Sasquatch ballot, right? So that you can't
That is
hunt
nuts.
Sasquatch. Yeah.
I mean, their state, even though it's a very left-leaning state, they rely heavily on
Tourism for fishing.
And hunting. And yeah, I was listening to, I forget, I think it's a representative from their state.
Animal cruelty.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you cut out the beef then? Stop slaughtering cows and lamb chops. Okay, do that.
Right, and chickens.
Yeah. Stealing their eggs. Come on.
But I don't know if they really understand what would happen to the population of fish, and they have a lot of water in Oregon.
It's explode.
And the population of big game.
Yeah.
Deer would take over that state.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I don't know if I would imagine they probably have moose there.
Yeah, I'm pretty much every state has got moose.
Yeah.
Some are more plentiful than others.
Yeah. Maybe elk too, but those could be devastating to farmers, and I don't know. It's just nuts. It's a circle of life, man. Right? Let's talk about the earthquake.
Okay, here we go. And before we start, if you're new to the program, to the show, we broadcast twice a day, 7 a.m. and 1 p.m., but we don't broadcast on Sunday, the Sabbath. We keep that holy.
Yep. That's a day of rest.
Okay, a new study suggests Northern Oregon could experience stronger shaking during a major Cascadia earthquake than earlier models predict. Oh, I guess they changed a factor in that model, and it does what they want it to do, right? The new analysis of the Juan de Fuca tectonic plate beneath Northern Oregon suggests the slab lies closer to the surface than scientists previously believed. The finding could affect estimates of how strongly the region may shake during a future Cascadia megathrust earthquake. Would you like to know more about megathrusts?
Sometimes I think we pick these topics from some of the words and names that are in these stories. So
yeah, we got to talk to the producers about that.
Yeah. The Juan de Fuca plate is sliding beneath the North American plate, forming the Cascadia subduction zone along the Pacific Northwest. This fault system has produced a massive magnitude 9 earthquakes, in the past. Wait a minute. Is that produced 9, like 9 on the Richter scale, or 9 quakes?
Magnitude 9 on the Richter scale.
Okay. Quote, we estimate that the slab interference is about 20 kilometers deep near the coastline, which is about 5 kilometers shallower than previous estimates. Kilometer is what? A little over a mile, right?
1.6 is a mile.
Okay. All right. So that's pretty deep, which is about 5 kilometers shallow. Okay, I already said that. That's according to Aaron Worth, seismologist at the U.S. Geological Survey, who presented the results at the 2026 SSA annual meeting.
Quote, this could increase Earth's estimated peak ground acceleration, in other words, shaking intensity, from Cascadia megathrust earthquakes by approximately 9 to 17% along the coast of Northern Oregon, she added.
Okay. Researchers also identified a deep sedimentary basin beneath Tillamook, famous for cheese, Oregon, offering the first direct seismic measurements of its shape and depth. Sedimentary basins can amplify ground shaking during an earthquake and have been well studied in other parts of the Pacific Northwest, such as the Seattle Basin, and that's according to Worth. Characterizing the presence of a sedimentary layer as well as its likely thickness helps scientists more accurately estimate ground shaking from future earthquakes. We have a lot of sedimentary rock around here too.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah.
The study helps address a long-standing gap in scientists' understanding of the Cascadia subduction zone beneath northern Oregon, compared with western Washington and northern California. The region experiences relatively little seismic activity, leaving researchers with fewer earthquakes to study for clues about the slab structure and the movement of seismic waves underground.
To estimate the area in greater detail, Worth and her colleagues deployed 192 temporary nodal seismometers between Tillamook and Portland during the summers of 2021 and 2022. The team also incorporated data from a separate offshore seismic study conducted in 2021 from Vancouver Island to Northern California, which similarly pointed to a shallower offshore slab depth.
Combined, the data sets produced a more detailed picture of the subduction zone beneath northern Oregon, which could improve future earthquake hazard estimates. Shallower earthquakes generally produce stronger shaking at the surface because seismic energy has less distance to weaken before reaching populated areas. That means a shallower Juan de Fuca slab could increase shaking intensity during a major Cascadia earthquake.
I wonder if they've studied if that earthquake were to let go, or that fault were to let go, would it affect faults like the San Andreas fault in California?
Maybe, yeah,
Chain reaction.
yeah. It's in the same West Coast,
Yeah. Okay. So I'm at the newly identified. Is that where I'm?
Yeah.
The newly identified sedimentary basin beneath Tillamook may also amplify seismic activity. Worth compared the effort to a bowl of jello, where softer sediments shake intensely and trap seismic waves along the basin edges. This process can extend the duration of shaking and may pose greater risk to tall buildings and other large structures.
Worth said the team plans to continue analyzing data from the nodal seismometer deployment to study the Tualatin Basin near Portland.
Okay. Worth said the teams plan to continue analyzing data from the nodal seismometer deployment to study the Tualatin Basin near Portland. So
yeah,
ongoing studies.
very important. Yeah.
Yeah, this is another thing. These are, for those of you who are not familiar with earthquakes, you just hear them or see them on the movies, can be very devastating. And usually not much, if any, notice. So,
Yeah.
Anyway, good story.
All right, folks. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you in the afternoon.
Take care, everyone. Thanks for watching.